Welcome to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer 2025 Winter League, Week 4, Group 3. It is random percent week. Everything is tri-state, almost everything. And this week we've got on Restream, Cami and Renakai, on Tracking, Artorias and Beta. I am Quinn Patrick. Joining me in the booth once again is Joof. How you feeling about random percent, Joof?
Hey, good evening, Quinn. I'm feeling awesome about everything, but mostly random percent, especially since Stair Shuffle is off and random map is on. So this is certainly going to be a good time, and we really don't know what to expect here.
Yeah, this week's runners are Pav, Scarletshadoww, OOG, and Angel FM, and this was another random week. We can see a lot of variety in the scores here, but they're already starting. We're going to learn a lot just from these first three chest openings and from getting a peek at the stats. See 36 HP, that's a possible big swamp, which is one of the tri-state flags, and we see gold and a torch there on the start, which means probably vanilla chests, and gold in that third chest, which means that keys are turned off, so we could have a quick one here.
Yeah, and obviously NPCs are invisible, but not the player, so watch for those bonk counts. They're probably gonna go up.
And we also see that the chests are in their vanilla locations, which means we know what we're going to find in every single chest. Since it's vanilla locations and vanilla contents, all of these chests here in the treasury are going to be gold. Players will have all the gold that they want. Oh boy, and we're starting right next to Sharlock. It is not open, so it won't be that fast.
And despite the high HP, it does not look like it is such a huge swamp so far. Maybe it is and we just don't see it. Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful level up from Angel FM.
We're about to see it again here from Scarletshadoww. He got 72 points off of something. That's 28 strength, 48 agility, 23 hit points, only 9 MP. Heal, hurt, and sleep. Goes all the way to level 7. Looks like we've got maybe vanilla monster stats, but random rewards. So those slimes are being very generous and rocketing us through the early levels. It looks like we've also got random XP requirements because level 10 and only having 144 experience is a little faster progression than we're used to. And already we got people in a town. There's coal here. Things are developing very quickly.
Oh wow, and random prices or what is it? Summer sale is on. Those things were pretty cheap at the Coal Inn, and shops are not vanilla. There was a silver shield there.
Yeah, I didn't catch how expensive it was. If we do have random prices on, then it could be pretty affordable. That vanilla chests means that all those search spots are also going to be vanilla. So there's a fairy flute there in coal. Looks like we've got summer sale, which is tri-state. Tri-state summer sales on a case-by-case basis. So half the items are discounted, half of them aren't. But the shop prices are not random. But that silver shield is on steep discount. Under 6,000 gold. It's much cheaper than normal.
And Angel finds yet another town just east of Sharlock. So given that we found 2 towns and Sharlock in basically 2 minutes, probably means that the map is not as large as it is in the normal flag. So we got it could be small or very small map.
Yeah, it's looking like a very small map to me, with stuff just so close together and these coastlines so nearby. And runners are continuing to try enemies here with the vanilla enemy stats that it looks like we have. You kind of want to stay close to home, like those slimes are so good and so low risk. Pav was already able to afford a silver shield thanks to all that gold at the start, as was Scarletshadoww. And OOG opted for a magic armor for a little bit of heal walking.
Yeah, that magic armor was real cheap. Angel in Cantlin found a hand axe and a large shield that were not that cheap, but he could afford. So I think that's a pretty good idea, given that he doesn't seem to want to grind for more gold to afford something better. There was a flame sword as well, discounted a bit. I can't remember how much exactly it was. 34 north and 35 east for the cords, which are indeed supposed to be the token.
One flag that did roll on is the random enemy abilities. I just saw a little bit ago a Wraith Knight nearly incinerate OOG with DL2 Breath. Thankfully, the HP at level 10 is high enough that it didn't kill him outright. But there are things like that to worry about in what is otherwise a pretty hospitable seed so far.
Yeah, given those flags, looks like so far early grinds are going to be better than later grinds. Well, in terms of enemies, like a red dragon, if it has vanilla stats but random experience, it's probably not worth fighting instead of just slimes. Here, that slime just gave 72 experience to Angel. I think that's the most we've seen so far.
Yeah, we haven't seen any huge enemies yet. Those ghosts only worth 17, a lot of little ones. I do want to talk a little bit about the state of competition here. We got 4 runners with pretty different scores. Scarletshadoww with 12 points is in a pretty solid position as long as he doesn't come in last here. Meanwhile, Angel FM tied with Pav, but Angel is one of our runners who we're used to being at the front of the pack. He's down at 9 points, and if this race goes pear-shaped for him, he could be in serious trouble in terms of making it to the playoffs. Meanwhile, OOG is in do-or-die mode. He's not quite mathematically eliminated yet, but the outcome of this race will be pivotal for him down there at only 6 points.
Well, he's certainly gonna win tonight because he just bought radishes from the radish vendor. In another set of things, Angel found, I believe it was a magician that gave about 130 experience or so, so that helped him quite a bunch. He must be around, well, let's see, 600 experience. I think that's most of our players right now, although Scarlet is very close behind.
Yeah, Angel FM demonstrating good situational awareness, diving that grave, knowing for a fact that his harp will be in that bottom chest. So we know that he didn't miss the fact that it's vanilla chest locations and contents. He knows where he's going, and he will get that harp very soon, as long as there's not something unexpectedly terrifying in this deep grave zone.
Well, I don't think we've mentioned it, but maybe chat has, and I missed it. It looks like those may be vanilla zones.
Yeah, that's looking like a possibility. I'm not sure if someone in chat, I'm sure, can correct me if the Metal Scorpion is a typical deep grave enemy. But I know that these Droll Magi are, and some of the other stuff that you've seen down here are absolutely your typical deep grave enemies.
And around the start, we also saw red and blue slimes, ghosts and such, so we'll have to keep an eye on that to be sure, but it looks like it might just be that.
There, Angel finds a treasure guard on his harp. It's a wizard. This might be tough. He runs away.
Yeah, that's a bit of a bad time, but maybe he's trying to get a level up and fight it again.
Yeah, on average, the wizard is made easier by the random monster abilities. Typically, a lot of their challenge comes from the fact that they have hurt more. But in this flag set, they probably won't. Of course, they might have something worse. But, oh boy, now Angel is learning about the fire breath from those Wraith Knights. He survives the encounter, but only gets 3 experience for his trouble.
Yeah, that's not... he doesn't want to level up on that, for sure.
Here he's going to try the wizard again. No heal more means that this is a damage race.
Pav just got level 11 with very decent gains again.
Hoodie is telling you that the Wolf Lord is worth 120. So that might be what Angel saw down here, that he thought, maybe I can get level 11 before fighting this wizard. But he is of the mind to just fight the wizard, gets 110 XP, 464 gold, grabs level 11 for 7 strength, 1 agility, 19 hit points, and 13 MP. That would have helped.
Yep, but it doesn't really matter. He's gotten through it. He's got the harp, and now I'm guessing looking to Death Warp. He could even gold grind now that he knows how much everything costs, and given that everything is super close to home as well.
Yeah, and it looks like he plans on death warping home in such a brisk-paced seed. Doing a gold grind feels kind of rough, but with how cheap that silver shield is, it won't be a super long gold grind, and with how close it is, no, he's not even going to do it. He's just going to leave.
Yep, looks like he's counting the cards already for the token. Maybe he wants to go visit Sherlock and get the sword early as well.
Yeah, and Aaron pointing out he didn't open, because of his knowledge of the chests, because of the flags, he only opened the one. So I think if you count up all those chests, that ends up being exactly 8. You open all the ones in the treasury and get the 3 from up top, plus the harp chest. Oh. So he wouldn't have actually been able to do a grind.
We're absolutely had to do one more for that.
Scarletshadoww actually re-entering Contagial to just open the chests. I mean, even if you don't do a gold grind, that's a boatload of money to just grab. I mean, really only a couple trips. One more trip he could do and buy a silver shield straight up. Oh, he already has a silver shield, so he's probably thinking of magic armor or maybe that flame sword. OOG rescuing the princess, which is an interesting play. The coordinates are pretty countable. I think Angel is about to complete that quest, but with these random experience requirements that are on, having the princess could actually be a pretty significant strategic advantage in the endgame, being able to know if there's another level right around the corner. You can feel pretty blind without her when you're grinding out and you see a borderline go level. They're seeing Hoodie point out in chat that Angel is searching for Hawksness, it looks like. So another flag that I've just noticed is that the spell learning appears to be vanilla. So that means we're going to at least level 17 to kill the Dragon Lord. And that Heal More spell, that the Hurt More spell won't be at their disposal at all. The Heal More spell only pretty much for the Dragon Lord, probably, unless they end up having to go past level 17. So once Angel finds Hawksness, it might not be clear that he can beat whatever he finds there. And there he's found it, so let's see.
And those vanilla spells also mean that that's one more reason to fight early enemies to get some levels, because endgame enemies, especially if you don't have the sword and Hurt More, are pretty much a waste of time.
Yeah, fighting stuff like Axe Knights without Hurt More is a drag. Speaking of which, although that is probably one of the more beatable things, but unfortunately, the Axe Knight just happens to have sleep. The monster abilities we know are not vanilla, but it might even be a 50% sleep. Oh, and it also has Hurt More, so no, Angel will not be beating that Axe.
What's this called again? Artificial Wombo?
Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, if he had the magic armor on, he would almost prefer Hurt More over just the swing, but with no armor, that Hurt More does big damage, and yeah, you don't want it. But now that he knows, he can just go back there, throw a stop spell, he'll probably be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw sleep on the first turn, and then I believe it was a swing and then just Hurt More, so definitely you can take it if you can land that stop spell.
Yeah, it's still a drag, though, because, you know, if he had been a little luckier, if he had woken up first turn or something, he could have thrown the stop spell then and gotten it on his first try. And we'll see if any other runners can be that lucky. OOG is out in the world walking around in the swamp with the princess, and she's got to be thinking, where the heck are we going?
Tav just getting the fighter's ring out of Mountain Cave. Let's see if there is a death necklace as well.
Yeah, crucial moment here to see if the Death Necklace flag did roll on. He's going to get stopped by a poltergeist that he swings at, which is worth 112, so that's one of our nicer enemies. 240 from a Spectre, though, down on the bottom, and there is no Death Necklace.
Yep, maybe someone will get the 1 in 32, but not counting on it. OOG just got level 12, by the way, with great stats. Look at that strength, 88 now.
Yeah, that strength definitely coming together. That agility, phenomenal for level 12, and that's not even with the agility build. 86, I mean, you'd be happy with that. That'd be considered a very good agility at endgame. These guys with Silver Shield are going to have tons of defense, possibly even repelling Axe Knights at the end.
MP is not that great, but I expect very much dives on level 12, 13 or so. Not that much more, because if... wait, hang on.
I've got a humongous strength gain on level 12. I think, yeah, that's where most of that 88 came from. And now Angel is the only one still on level 11.
And Artorius commenting in chat that, right, they're gonna need 17 for heal more. And also, since we don't have random monster stats on, I believe DL 1 and 2 will be vanilla.
Yeah, these guys, if the trajectory even remotely continues, if it doesn't completely flatline, these stats are going to be off the charts by level 17. I mean, they're not too far off go here at level 12.
Yep, this isn't like last week where we could win with level 10 if we were slightly lucky even. We have to fight the Dragon Lord for real this time.
Yeah, definitely takes away a lot of the uncertainty. There's not a lot of strategic variance so far in this seed. It seems like the objective is going to be find all the stuff, get level 17. I think that's what we're going to see every single one of these runners doing.
I just saw something pretty bad, I think, for OOG. He looked at the grave for the top 3 chests and then cast outside. So I don't think he's realized that chests are vanilla.
Yeah, that could be disastrous for him. That's what's really tough about this particular flag set, and what makes it one of the higher skill flag sets is that you need that situational awareness. You need to be able to read the flags as you play, because the runners don't get to see, there's no list that they can look at of which flags rolled on or off. They have to figure it out from context. And if you aren't, heads up on that, and if you miss a big thing like that, you can end up way behind. You can end up at a huge disadvantage.
Absolutely, and this is a week where having the knowledge of the vanilla game helps a whole lot, because then you can realize more easily that some flag or another is on or off. Like, take for instance one of our lovely trackers from tonight, Beta Strep, is very used to the vanilla game, and he knew exactly what to expect when he saw those chests in the throne room and those chests anywhere really. So that kind of things help you save so much time in the end, because you don't have to look everywhere. You know exactly where everything is. You do that, you grind, and you go.
So the Wyverns are worth 304. I happened to catch on Angel's side, and Angel is about to take down this Axe Knight. Yep. But meanwhile, so Angel's going to get his armor. Meanwhile, for Pav, I think he was trying to count out the coordinates and kept walking over a Magia Wyvern that might have been a treasure guard, but not searching the spot. I'm not sure if I was interpreting that. That's what some people in chat, Artorius in chat, saying that Pav walked over the spot to search another location. No
same.
treasure guard for token. Okay. So I guess that was not it. But yeah, everyone's finding out about that Wyvern worth so much. We've got a very tight experience race going on here. The lead changing rapidly, but it looks like Angel in a uniquely solid position here, having the armor, knowing this location in the swamp zone that has the Wyverns. But Scarlet is on it too, and he's going to be catching up quick.
Yep, but Scarlet not having the armor is gonna make this grind a bit more painful. He's gonna have to heal at some point, although there's a... Wait, that's not Hawk's Nest, isn't it? That's something else. Yeah, Angel is next to Hawk's Nest, so yeah, he's gonna have to heal at some point, and yeah, it looks like he's gonna look for Wyverns somewhere else, or maybe even for the armor, given that he knows about the Wyvern now.
Yeah, Angel is reaping the benefits of having found Hawk's Nest first. That was a fortuitous happening for him, but it looks like Scarlet's about to discover it here, and he'll have his armor pretty soon, except that he is very low on resources, and he doesn't know yet, I don't think he knows yet, to stop spell the Axe Knight.
Well, he'll know very soon, I think. He's still got 8 MP, so enough for a couple of tries at landing a stop spell.
Yeah, he'll need some luck here, either to see the hurt more first, which he will not, or to wake up from this sleep quickly. He does wake up, but runs away.
Oh, well, he's still got some herb, so I think, yeah, he's gonna try again. Gets the first action, and lands the
Now he's
stop
got
spell.
it.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, well-played scenario from Scarlet there, and he will have his armor momentarily. Meanwhile, Pav takes a death to the Star Wyvern out where, maybe around where the coordinates are at. OOG grabs his token.
I missed the level up on Angel's side, but it looks like level 14 had 3 HP and 3 MP, and that's it.
You can tell that OOG is definitely not aware of the flag situation, since not only did he not dive Grave, but now he is diving Tablet Cave, which is just going to have a Dragon Scale, I think.
Yep, in the vanilla game it's Erdrick's Tablet, of course, but now it's just a Dragon Scale.
It'd be funny if they could put the tablet in a random spot and have it say funny stuff, but just a Dragon Scale is fine too.
Yep, and Angel FM just got level 15 with, I believe, 1101 and Repel.
Yeah, remember what I said about these levels flatlining? It still should be fine. I mean, they could probably handle it with their current stats. It might be a little close. With the Fighter's Ring, you're at 131. So you get Fairy Water. I think we've confirmed that Torches work, so Fairy Waters will work, and you could get through the Dragon Lord on that. Hopefully we'll have a few more numbers on 17, and it'll be a pretty solid Dragon Lord fight. But Angel kind of taking off with this one. He's the only one with all 3 of the homework pieces. He's got the experience lead. He's got the grind going. One of only 2 runners with Erdrick's armor. He has this one pretty figured out.
Yep, the only... Well, I was gonna say the only thing that could stop him is a bad DL1 or 2, but again, not expecting a very special DL1 and 2, given that enemies' random stats is off.
One difference is that Angel does not have, nor do I think he's on pace to acquire a Silver Shield. So he'll have slightly lower defense than Pav and Scarlet, which might put him in danger against the Dragon Lord of a slightly higher swing, but unlikely that that comes into play. Although Scarlet and Pav might also be able to make up some ground by repelling more stuff. If it's vanilla zones, we know what they'll be getting. There'll be lots of wizards that they can repel, although Angel will also be repelling those. But Scarletshadoww is already defense-breaking Axe Knight, so he'll be repelling tons of stuff.
Yeah, and he's not quite level 17 yet, so there's even more to come.
Yeah, let's see, you gotta get up to 98 for Blue Dragon, so I don't... That'd be a lot of... You need like 8 more agility to get there, but... Yeah, it's... It does... That Silver Shield is making a big difference here. Like, Angel won't even probably be repelling green dragons.
Yeah, but I don't really think it's... unless he gets the money, like, organically, I don't think he's gonna bother. Really, of course, it's nice to repel things, but with that agility, running away from things is not too hard. And given that... oh no, I forgot, vanilla abilities is off, so we're probably not gonna see red dragons with sleep.
Level 16 is another weak level, no strength at all, and lower single digits of HP, agility, and MP. I think it was 2 more agility, so not looking great to be able to repel those blue dragons, but we'll see what 17 has. It might still be a good one. The Demon Knights here are worth a lot, but they're casting heal more, which is one of the worst things that a Demon Knight can cast.
Yeah, especially with that hand axe. Had Angel had the Erdrick Sword, maybe he could one-shot them more reliably, but oh, look at that, level 17 already.
Yeah, level 17, not far behind at all. 4 strength, 1 agility, 20 hit points, 5 MP, and heal more. So with 133 HP, you're getting doubles. You got 11 heal mores. This is a very clear go, in my opinion.
Yep, that's 133 AP with the sword and without the fighter's ring or death necklace. So that's hang on, that's 8 to 16 damage on the Dragon Lord. So yeah, definitely winnable. So Angel is going through Swamp Cave. I don't remember seeing the Therian caves, but it looks like he just found the Rainbow Drop cave, and if that is the Staff of Rain cave, oh my goodness.
He's a lucky guy.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, I was looking it up there while I was silent for so long, and at 133 attack power, you're looking at a 13 swing fight on average. On 11 heal mores, that's about like 2 more swings than heal mores is kind of the baseline for, yeah, this is probably where you go. But also, I mean, at 133 HP or whatever he's at, you know, you're probably getting doubles. So I think he's pretty safe here.
Oh, absolutely. Unless he loses some resources on the way down. But I don't think we've seen an enemy that could really stop him. Maybe an Axe Knight that could sleep lock him. But other than that, not quite sure. We haven't seen Armored Knights and Red Dragons, of course, because they're only in Sharlock. But they'd have to be unlucky to be ambushed or slept or I don't know. They'd have to roll terrible abilities, and he'd have to not be able to run away from them for it to really matter.
It might also be a short Sharlock. We have not seen inside yet.
That's right. Of course, we know it is not open Sharlock because we have the story items, but it could certainly be short Sharlock. And if it is, well, he's gonna have to go get the sword first anyway. But
very true.
But you can get the sword and even use resources on the way to the sword. You can just cast outside, heal here in Cole again, and before you go back. If it is short Sharlock, if it is long Sharlock, then you definitely want to do it in one go.
Oh, and a solid heads-up play there, grabbing the flute, because with the vanilla zones that we've figured out we do have, there will be a golem on that spike tile, and it will be a vanilla stats golem with lots and lots of HP and attack power. So yeah, you're going to want that fairy flute to get through it without spending any resources.
Yep, and we don't know what abilities it has since there is no other golem in the game. This is the only one.
DK now wishing ill fortune on Angel for the crime of picking up the flute, and the first bit of bad luck there, it is in fact a full-length Sharlock, and he even gets run blocked by a werewolf a couple of times there, which is really unlucky. He does not have enough defense to repel those, which Scarlet and Pav will, and also those Star Wyvern.
Well, even if Angel is in a real solid position to finish first here, the other 3 runners are pretty close in terms of experience, especially Pav and OOG, who are about 41k each. Scarlet lagging a bit, but it looks like he could catch up real quick if he finds a good zone. He's got his Rainbow Drop, though, the others don't.
Yep, Scarlet's a little behind Pav and OOG in terms of the experience points, but has more of his homework done. Also, OOG is with Angel in not having the Silver Shield, I'm pretty sure.
And Scarlet is looking for those wyverns like Angel was. Not quite the same zone though, but it's a swamp zone too, so it looks like he's gonna get there real fast. Angel got his level 17, looks like at 5300 or so, so that's about just four more wyvern for Scarlet.
Angel did get slept by that Axe Knight for a second there, so that was a little touch and go. But he got away from it okay. Not a huge risk that those guys are going to kill you, but I mean, you can be asleep for up to 6 turns, I think, so that could rapidly turn into a scary situation. With such high agility, you're probably not going to get run blocked.
It looks like that sleep is on the higher end of the probabilities for the abilities of that Axe Knight. It looks like Angel, every time he's seen one, he's gotten slept and bush. And so was Scarlet the first time he tried and get the armor in the Hawk's Nest.
Now, Angel taking the detour to get the sword while OOG is walking through Mountain Cave and just checked for the or about to check for the death necklace. He grabs his fighter's ring, which will help him a little bit. But Scarlet has actually overtaken Pav and OOG and is just now level 17 and is just about ready to go. He checked to see if 18 is close, which is about 1,700 away, so you're probably... Well, maybe he will go for that. Maybe he's thinking about doing it without the sword.
Well, that's interesting. Not... Well, I was gonna say it's probably shorter to get the sword than level 18, but 1800 with those wyverns and wolf lords, it could be done in a matter of like 2-3 minutes if you're lucky.
Yeah, this is an excellent zone here, if only it was on desert tiles or hill tiles rather than the swamp here.
The thing, though, is the next level does not guarantee any kind of strength, so that's a bit of a gamble.
Yep, could be another crappy one. Now Angel's getting run blocked by a red dragon in the basement. He does get away, but is immediately waylaid by a stone man that he also gets away from, and yeah, the enemies are just coming on heavy here. The Armor Knight takes a swing at him, gets run blocked by that. Ooh, and the big breath! Oh no, we could be in big trouble! Oh no!
Oh, that feels bad, man. That does not feel good at all.
Angel feels the burn, and suddenly this is anyone's race.
Okay, now I feel like pretty much every runner is in the same position, except, well, OOG doesn't have his rainbow drop. He doesn't have... Well, only Angel has the sword, so that's a big advantage he still has, and he's very close to Sherlock, so Angel's still in very good position, but this has gotten much closer for sure.
And Pav and Scarlet possibly letting the race slip away here as they go for level 18. That had better be a good level to be worth it.
Oh, Scarlet should be very close by now. Hey, he was at 5,300 when he got level 17, and it was like 1,800 more, so that's 7,100 or so for level 18. I think he's gonna be the first one to get it. Oh, Pav is even higher than him in experience, so he might be the first.
They must be getting at any kill now. I think this Wyvern's got to do it, right? No, not quite.
Next one, I think. Oh, this one will do it for sure.
It feels like they've been at it for ages.
Yeah, Angel's gotten almost to the 3rd floor.
Yeah, Angel is storming the castle for sure. There's the level 4 hit points and 6 MP. Keeps going.
Well, Scarlet has the Gwaelin's Love. After that level, he's gonna check how much is required for the next level, and then he's gonna get a better idea if he should keep going or not.
I don't know. To me, 17 is so clear, and Angel agrees, but Pav and Scarlet are afraid of something. They just keep going and going. And even, I mean, with that 6 MP, that gives you like 3 repels, you know, above what you had before. And there's 21 HP and 7 more MP on level 19. They're like, you gotta go.
And 1 strength. But yeah, with that HP, if you didn't get enough doubles at 130 something hit points, you're gonna get even more now. 100.
Yeah, now they got plenty of MP. What is it? Now he's walking around here. I don't know. Scarlet says 18 is enough and starts walking straight for Sherlock.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Pav is waiting for. Maybe he's... I don't know.
Yeah, Pav is operating on a higher level of existence that I can't comprehend while Angel is just winning the race, so...
Oh, maybe... No, I was gonna say maybe getting herbs, but or healing? Yeah, he could have done that somewhere else, but why not here? Angel almost through halfway of the basement floor.
Let's see, Scarlet was kind of walking around, poked into Sherlock. I guess Scarlet wanted to see if Sherlock was short before doing anything, so he poked his head in there. Pav is just walking off into the wilderness.
OOG just got his silver shield, so that's nice. Gonna make his dive a bit faster. But
I think we're about to find that silver shield won't be a huge difference maker for Angel.
Yep, fighting the golem. So far, so good.
I believe with Vanilla Zones, that's going to be the only golem you ever see.
Absolutely, it is. And I think we've seen just one attack from it. It was a punch more, and the Angel is done with it and just moves on and fights the Dragon Lord. Just hold B, please.
The Angel in a really solid position here to win this race.
Oh no, he's a fool.
Yeah, you'll take being a fool over having a red screen and having to start your game over. But getting a little bit of rotten luck with DL1 here, just throwing Hurt More after Hurt More. Not a huge deal. Kind of hoping for that stop spell. Doesn't get it.
He ran out of herbs, so he's gonna have to swing. Hopefully he can still get a double here with 82 HP, but it's certainly not guaranteed. Oh, never mind. Can still swing at least once though, so yeah, no double. It's gonna be a bit tight. Oh, Dragon Lord hits for 49.
But then Angel hits back with a big 16. But yeah, that 49 kind of reminds you of your mortality whenever you see.
Yep, he's gonna need some doubles with 131. Oh yeah, he's quite likely to get a double here. And there we go.
Yeah, that sky-high 96 defense with the Silver Shield, Pav and Scarlet will not be seeing any 49 swings, but I don't think it's going to matter. They would have to... they would need something to go very wrong for Angel here to still have a shot at...
Yeah, he's gotten a few big swings, just a 9 now, but I think those 16s compensate more than enough. Yeah, looking good so far. Angel also reminding us that fighting the Dragon Lord with this vanilla spells list, you have to be careful not to hit up twice to reach heal more in your spell list, because you have no hurt more this time.
Yeah, but there's no actual punishment for hitting repel. You won't, you won't try and cast repel on the Dragon Lord or anything. I'll just say you can't cast that and let you choose again. The much bigger risk is when you're like used to menuing heal more at the bottom for most of the seed, and then you get hurt more, accidentally not menuing the additional arrow to cast hurt more instead of heal more. But get your GGs out in chat for Angel, who seals up that fight with a heal more to spare, proves that 17 was in fact the level. And will take first place in this race, getting up to 14 points and being in a very strong position to make the playoffs.
Very nice. And next round is going to be a position round. So at 14 points, he's gonna be fighting with people who are certainly very talented. So that's going to be interesting. And official racetime.gg time is 37:07.
That was a quick one. I did one of these random percent seeds recently. It took me almost 3 hours. So the variance in these is tremendous.
Yeah, here we got level 10 like 2 minutes in. It was crazy fast, but even with those stats that plateaued a bit after a while, given that everything was where we knew it was, it makes for faster seeds for sure. And of course, the knowledge of our players also impacts the completion time a lot. So far, looks like the dive is going pretty well for everyone, all diving on different levels. OOG on 17, Scarlet on 18, and Pav on 19.
That was just a very dominant performance for Angel the whole way. Remember, that was his second dive. If it weren't for that Armored Knight situation on the first dive, which is pretty well out of his control, he could have gotten a sub 30 here, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think he went back and bought some herbs for the second dive, or maybe he did and I missed it, but that makes for an even faster second dive. And although it could have cost him by running out of herbs by the end, but it looks like it did not. So yeah, GG's Angel again. 2, maybe 3.
Kumog,
Oh, almost 3 golems simultaneously.
Kumog SA in chat pointing out that OOG is currently on 0 deaths if he gets through this. But it looks like he doesn't have the flute, so he's taking it raw, but
I
gets
think he does.
And now Pav, wow, all 3 of our runners reaching the Dragon Lord. The second place is completely up in the air.
Yep, and they all have the same gear. All have the Dragon Scale, the Fire's Ring, the Silver Shield. But Pav having 1 more level with, well, 1 more strength, but more HP, could get more doubles. It might make the fight a little bit faster. Although Scarlet is the first to DL2, so this is gonna be so close.
Yeah, this is a complete toss-up at this point. Pav at level 19 has 1 more point of attack versus Scarlet and OOG, but way more HP, so a higher chance of doubles, which might speed it along.
But that single point of attack more means a lot, actually, because now he's on 136 attack power, which means he's dealing 9 to 18, whereas the others are doing 8 to 17.
OOG took a 48 there, but gets away with it, and Beta not counting. I don't know what Beta's problem is. I'm counting all 3 of these, no problem.
And here's the repel from OOG, but it didn't matter. And we're joined here by our first place finisher, Angel FM. GG's, well done.
I think I appreciate it.
You're here just in time to witness the sprint to the finish here for second.
Yeah, I brought it up and I saw everyone running down the last leg of Sharlock.
Yeah, and they all started this fight at about the same time, so this is indeed every bit as close as it looks. Scarlet lower on his MP than the others, I'm not sure. Oh, and Scarlet is going to get it there, barring a retime, potentially. He's going to grab second place.
Well done, Scarlet. He was the first into DL2 as well, so I'm not surprised that he's the first to finish. And Pav was the second, also on DL2, and second of our, well, third of our players to finish. And OOG should be joining them very shortly. Wow, that was a crazy finish. That's gonna be like not even 50 seconds between the 3 of them.
Yeah, they fanned out a little bit during the fight. I think they all entered it closer.
And Scarlet finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 41 minutes 33 seconds. Pav finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 41 minutes 44 seconds. So just 11 seconds later.
I think OOG might have just seen the race room go off there and did a little jig in Tantegel. I mean, that's exciting for us, but from his perspective, you know, to go into DL2, be almost done with DL2 and see only 1 person finish, and then by the time you make it to the throne room, you're in last place. That's rough. And there's Scarletshadoww in the commentator's booth. GG, Scarlet.
Hello, GG. Wow, that was a close one at the end.
Yeah, one of our...
You just barely squeaked it out.
Yeah, I finished. I'm like, huh, okay, just a little bit behind Angel, and then boom, and then boom, and then Pavanu. We must have all been on the Dragon Lord foot at the same time. That was ridiculous.
I see Pav here too. GG's Pav.
With everything that's been going on, we've barely had time to speak with any of you, so I'm not sure where we should start. Angel may be our first finisher. So what do you think about this seed? Looks like everything went pretty smoothly except for that first Sharlock dive.
Yeah, that was going to be the only thing I was going to ask, is was I the only one who took a Sharlock death?
Well, every single runner except you went for the Silver Shield, first of all, and OOG and Pav went for higher levels as well. They were 18 and 19, I believe, which did not give much, except Pav on 19 had a bit more HP, like 150 something.
Yeah, I was taking a look at 18 being like, I think it was 0046. It looked like. Yeah, I saw 17. 17 was enough. I could absolutely win on that.
Oh, it looked like I was mistaken. It was OOG on 17 and Scarlet on 18.
Yeah, I went to 18. I was one of those where I looked at the stats and I'm like, that's probably enough. That's probably enough. And then I'm like, no, I'm sitting on wyverns. I can go fast. And then I fought like, I don't know, 15 enemies and saw one wyvern in that zone.
Yeah, the Wyvern were certainly the enemy to fight in this seed. It took a while for any of you to find them. I think Angel was the first one just after getting the armor in Hawk's Nest. But I believe it was Pav who found a zone with Wyvern in with Hills. So once he found them, he's gotten a much bigger XP lead. And in fact, that's probably why he went to 19.
Yeah, I was like so worried about leaving the zone I was in, so I just like I'm not gonna try and figure this out. I'm just gonna stay right here. I mean, it's gonna be 116, but it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I had the same thoughts when I found the zone with wyverns. I'm like, I'm coming back here at the end. And I don't care if I'm sitting on swamp tiles. It's going to be the best grind. It wasn't, but it was close enough.
So
GG, guys. That's like 3 weeks in a row I got sniped.
GG, Pav.
Yep. So
Yeah, that was a really.
Good job.
Oh, go ahead, Gwen.
I was just saying, just commenting on how close it was. I am curious, Pav, did you think about going on 17? Did you think about going on 18? Because you didn't even know how far it was to 19. Wound up being a pretty good level. But are you regretting not trying it sooner?
Yeah, I guess. I wasn't thinking about it at the time, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get a little bit more strength, knowing that fairy waters and torches weren't, or were fairy waters usable, weren't they?
They were.
I literally have no clue because I only picked up the quest items.
Didn't mark that down.
Yeah, the tri-state flags that rolled on were pretty interesting. So I'm not sure how many of you figured out very quickly that the searches were vanilla, but some of you opened more chests than necessary. So maybe that was something that impacted your finish time as well. But it's not easy to tell when you are not playing vanilla often.
Yeah, I saw the.
I knew right off the bat after getting those gold chests. I figured I was in mountain. I'd look for the death necklace just in case.
Yeah, I in the booth up here was calling it based on the throne room, the golden torch and throne room. But it looks like we also now have OOG in the booth. GG's OOG. Wasn't your day-to-day, but you weren't far off at all.
Are you kidding me? That's the best race I've ever had in this tournament.
And what a race it was. I'm sure chat will tell you the finish was...
Oh, I saw chat while I was outside in the garage. I made it deathless. Made it deathless, but forgot that the jerk was not where the tablet cave was.
Yeah, it also looked like it may have taken you a while to realize about the vanilla chests that you...
I had it in my head the second I got the fairy flute and coal, and then it was, okay, go back to vanilla, where is everything? And then I was like, wait a minute, I'm not going to find sword anywhere but in the judges table.
Right, and your first trip to Grave, you opened the top 3 and then faded it, so...
Yeah, that's where I was like, shit, silver harp's in the bottom of Grave, I better go down. Excuse my...
Yeah, I think the biggest drawback was I had decent HP when I went to get the harp, and I did not heal before grabbing it, and that wizard, I couldn't beat him. Damage race.
I ended up way too low HP when I fought that wizard, and I was able to run from it and re-heal. Same with the Axe Knight. I was almost out of MP when I got to Hawk's Nest, and I had to use herbs to heal up before I killed it, but I got lucky and got them both.
Yeah, you managed to land the stop spell on your second encounter with it, and it paid off. Angel had no such luck, was back attacked, slept, and wrecked by that first encounter with the Axe Knight. But of course, when you know where it is, and when you know that he likes the spell so much, and you have stop spell, it's a no-brainer.
I have
Yeah,
to
and
say, Charlotte. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say those treasure guards can kind of catch you off guard since they're only at 50%. You know, you're walking around, you walk over a chest, and you know suddenly you're fighting a wizard. It caught me off guard a little bit when that popped up. I was like, oh yeah, there's treasure guards in this flag set. That was. I guess just was anyone surprised by that, or were you pretty well prepared for the treasure?
I was ready for it.
By the point I
Yeah, me
ever
off
got
guard.
to by the point I ever got myself to a spike guard, I was already powerful enough to take him out.
Okay.
I have to ask, did anybody else have as rough time in Sherlock as I did? I felt like I was getting run blocked by everything with 93 agility. It was driving me nuts.
Angel actually only won on his second dive, as I'm sure he would be, as I'm sure he'll tell.
Yeah, I died to a Arbor Knight with DL2. So, but yeah, I dove the full way through, and then about midway to Dragon Lord, yeah, I died there.
I think I had a 5 run block from a stone man. I had to put it to sleep to get away.
What seed were you guys playing?
I don't know, Oog. I don't know what was going on.
Because like all I got was I got run blocked 3 times by blue dragons the first time, got away from everything otherwise. Didn't have to kill an enemy in Sherlock until the DL, until Dragon Lord.
Artorius wants to know why Pav did not repel in Charlock. You got that 96 defense from the Silver Shield, repelling everything up to Axe Knights. Wanted to save the MP, or it didn't occur to you?
96. You know, I didn't track my Erdrick's armor, so I thought I had 87 or something like that.
Okay.
That's
you guys
why.
use trackers too?
I just opened my stat menu.
Yeah, I used the what is it called? Yeah, I didn't open it up at once after the beginning.
I have a piece of paper and a pen beside me. I mark off when I get the stuff.
The pen is mightier than Uruk's sword.
And then the
Yeah.
Joker throws it into your throat.
Yeah, I mostly just draw maps, but I've recently started in these flag sets where you're often fighting enemies on zones instead of on spike tiles. I have started doing tallies of all the enemies that I see on the zone to prove that my luck is statistically impossible with how few of the good enemies I actually see in relation to all the bad enemies.
I don't know if you guys have been looking at the stats on screen, but we still got Pav's and Scarletshadow's screen. I believe they had the exact same number of attacks and 1 difference in bunks. So that's pretty interesting considering there were NPCs were invisible. That it did not look like it threw anyone else off too much. I guess you guys are practiced and have seen that flag before.
Almost every time I practiced, the NPCs were invisible for me this week.
I went into this completely blind, and thankfully I could see my player and not the NPCs.
Yeah, my only practice was actually doing another group's flags, or actually sleep, because of how difficult apparently it was. So I want to take a look at myself.
I had the gamut all over the place, from 90-minute seeds to a 20-minute seed this week. So I had no idea. I practiced enough to stop practicing because it wasn't going to matter.
Yep, there's so much that can go on, that can happen with these flags. At some point, once you're comfortable identifying the flags, well, you're pretty much ready, I guess.
Okay, now I realize I had things tracked. I didn't have the stats tracked correctly, which I probably would have went on 17 if I had them right.
Yeah, 17 was definitely the winning level in this one.
10.
Well, I mean, you needed to heal more.
Yeah, it would have been interesting if 16 was, a possibility, or 15, if we would have seen people trying on that. I mean, it was starting to look pretty good around level 12, but then the stats really flattened out.
So, it's almost 9. I believe there will be 2 more races tonight, isn't there?
Yeah, let's see. Looks like we've got at 9 o'clock Group 11. That's Dweem, Sausage Link, Cyberdark, and Sea Parsley. That's an interesting one. Kind of some dark horses in that race, and then also at 9 will be Group 5. Just ____ Chris ____ Venicus, J Coper, and Ladab. I think Venicus, a player who's off to a really great start, probably looking for, and also Ladab looking to be in playoff contention here. One of those races is going to be picked up by Edge Talvaron, I think, if I was reading the communications correctly.
Yeah, it'll be Group 11 that we'll be going to.
And then tomorrow at 9, Zatrex and I will be getting brutally demolished by the defending champion. So be sure to tune in for that.
And there's also this coming weekend 2 probable VODs that will be restreamed. 2 groups have been unable to figure out a time that everyone was comfortable with, so they will run asynchronously, and everything will be shown this weekend, most likely, assuming we can get volunteers. Speaking of which, I would like to thank and appreciate everyone that's been able to restream this tonight, including my co-commentator Quinn Patrick, restreamer Kamian the Harp Knight, as well as our trackers Artorius and Beta. So thank you so much.
Well, I would also like to thank everyone behind the scenes. Thank you, Quinn and Jeff. Thank you, Kamian, Artorius, and Beta. Everybody who is still watching, all of those links to the runners and to the restreamers, click those links, click the follow button, and make sure we just keep growing this community so we can still do wonderful things like this, make them even better.
Yeah, thanks, Juve, for jumping in with me. Definitely click those links and grow this community.
So thanks again, everyone, and we hope to see you again soon, especially in this coming up race in Edge Talvaron stream. So have a good night, everyone, and see you again.